A hot matchup on a hot night and some hot cookies waiting for one team tonight. 3-1 Pittsburgh looks to hand Los Gatos their first loss of the season tonight, coming into the game at 4-0.
We've got a catfight on the hardwood. The Pinewood Panthers tipping off their season on the road, taking on the Los Gatos Wildcats.
We got two undefeated Diablo League teams battling it out tonight. It's the Clayton Valley Ugly Eagles hosting the Campolindo Cougars. I'll tell you what, folks, if this game is as quality as the tri-tip sandwiches here in Pitt, we're in for a good one. It's our Crumble Cookies Game of the Week. The weather may be getting colder, but the basketball season is just heating up. The 7-1 Ignacio Valley Wolves taking on the undefeated 9-0 Salesian Pride. We've reached the final send-off to the 2023-2024 football season with the 49th annual Charlie Wiedemeyer All-Star Game.
Two high-powered squads with even higher expectations on the season in our Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game. They are now headed to the Hawaii Bowl, and they're going to dominate. Like you see Nick Nash here against Stanford last week. He's getting it done. Nick, tell me DeVito. There it is. Absolutely. He dominated against Stanford. So this is what we need to do in the Hawaii Bowl against South Florida University.
Walsh's impact to San Jose and proudly representing the city, as well as the impact on these young women athletes, is beyond inspirational. And now her name will forever be connected to the city where her legendary success started.
Now, let's go ahead and go over to the biggest thing we look forward to every week. I know I do. It's Tyler's marquee matchup. It's the game you don't want to miss. It's a crucial one. I'm going to tell you why. It's our Spartans football.
Like you said, Robert, there's no question Marco is a remarkable Bay Area superstar, but before his rise to the top in sports, the cards were stacked against him. If they could stop the pass, the attack through the air, as you see the quarterback's dropping back to pass here, he's looking for options way down the field, taking a shot, an absolute bomb, but watch this right here, a miraculous interception here. I mean, if they're able to do that against Oregon State, that will be the difference maker. Luckily for Marco, epilepsy is hardly a thought in his mind, and now he's gearing up to gig 'em at Texas A&M, graduating early this December.
And they dominated, just like we talked about, where they outstanding again against Air Force 16-4. They move on to Pepperdine, another rematch where they dominated in the semis, 14-10. Then they move on another rematch against Cal Baptist University, where despite battling, they fell short in the finals 13-8.
For one Gilroy football player.
Robert, the battle for Tyler Hodges is something no one would ever want to endure. Despite this adversity, there's no doubting Tyler's toughness.
Meet Tyler Hodges, a stud linebacker and running back for the Gilroy Mustang. Tyler built quite the resume in his senior season until it came to a screeching halt.
So I was diagnosed with a stage 3 malignant germ cell tumor. So basically I had an original cancer that formed and then it kind of spread off into my stomach.
Before the diagnosis, near the end of his football season, Tyler and his mom, Delcio, noticed changes with his body.
During football season and after, my body just wasn't reacting as you want it to.
And I said, okay, we're gonna go to the doctor. And he's like, no, I'm gonna go to school. I said, no. And he said he lost 10 pounds in a week. I was like, oh, okay, that's not right.
It was then Tyler received the devastating news.
They did a CT and MRI, and then, yep, and they say, yep, it's cancer.
You know, they're like, you definitely have cancer, but, you know, we don't know what it is. And so you get the diagnosis on a Wednesday. And, you know, you're angry, you get really mad. You're like, nah, why me?
When they told us that, I thought I wanted a baby, and him. It's like a mother, you know, we don't want that for our kids.
Tyler had his first procedure the Friday of his diagnosis. The strong senior spent the following week in the hospital receiving his first round of chemotherapy. He learned very quickly about how horrible
fraud. So I had originally thought that chemo was just going to be like a bi-weekly thing, and I go in for about an hour and a half. It's not that. Staying there for 6 days, that's a pretty physical and mental grind.
Despite the challenges Tyler faces, he stays positive with the incredible amount of support he receives.
Most of the time it's just my mom and I at the hospital, and so she kind of keeps me going from my family to then, my teammates, my coaches.
All our players are always contacting them, texting them like, hey, how you doing? And our whole team's behind them now. Like, you see our shirts today, our whole football team is wearing them right now, and it's just everybody wants to be behind them.
Tyler is the recipient, again, of the Coaches Against Cancer Spirit of a Champion Award.
Not long before Tyler's diagnosis, he was elected to play in the Charlie Wiedemeyer All-Star Game. Tyler wasn't able to play, but at the game he was awarded the Coaches Against Cancer Spirit of a Champion Award.
Man, getting that award was that was actually that was really humbling. Just getting support from those guys that I'd never even met before, and they didn't even really know about me until then. And having all that happen, it was great.
Tyler knows he'll beat this cancer and wants to continue his football career after graduating.
There's two things I want. I want to beat this cancer, and then I want to go play Division I football, right? And I know I'm gonna do both.
The goals that he has, he's gonna do it. Yeah, I'm so proud of him.
With the support Tyler has between his family, team, and the city of Gilroy, he's confident he will battle this and get through it, because in this family, no one bites alone.
Tyler just finished his third of 4 chemotherapy treatments. This senior is on pace to complete his treatment just before graduation. So he'll get to walk the stage and is even planning a speech that he'll present at graduation.
Life.
Matt Williams had an outstanding football season last year as a sophomore on varsity, but no one should ever have to face the challenge Matt has faced since then. But he never let it shake his spirit.
It's your average day in high school. It's a Wednesday, 2 days before game. We got Pioneer Friday. Just got to do some stretching. Yeah.
Matt Williams is well known in the locker room for being a bit of a goofball, but also an absolute force on the field. Matt tallied 49 solo tackles and 2 sacks last season as a sophomore on varsity. It was at the start of last football season, he and his parents noticed a strange growth on his jaw.
It was right here. It was like literally a big ball sticking out right out of my jaw.
Just thinking it was just, some kind of infection or something. We didn't think it would be anything major. And then, we got the news. They had contacted us and told us that he had Hodgkin's lymphoma. And it one of the most difficult days that we, ever had to encounter as parents.
The scary stage 3 diagnosis never deterred the strong-minded junior. The whole time, Matt only had one thing in mind.
And honestly, I just wanted to make sure I could finish the football season first,
But it was important for us that his life continued as much as normal for him, so that he was in a good mental health state, and continuing to go to football.
Matt's life did continue as rather normal, playing through nearly the entire season. Matt even contributing to a playoff win against North Salinas in the first round of CCS last season. Then Matt started his chemo treatment right after that final game. Playing or not, football was his why.
I was scared. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, dang, chemotherapy, losing hair and all that. I was just thinking as long as I could beat it, as long as I could finish the football season, that's just what helped me get through it. It was just the thought of football.
Matt's attitude toward his cancer was optimistic the entire time. This positive attitude reassuring the people around him that he's going to beat this and keep playing ball.
I went and talked to Matt later that day, and I gave him a big hug, and I'm like, Matt, it's gonna be okay. I'm trying to assure him, and he looked me right in the eyes. He goes, Coach, I'm not gonna stop playing. And I'm like, Matt, I don't care if you play anymore. I just want you to be healthy. He goes, I'm gonna beat this. I'm gonna play, I'm gonna beat this. It's not gonna be an issue.
Matt's manifestation worked. He faced a couple long, rough months of chemo, but has officially beat the cancer and is only looking forward. Matt has one big message coming out of this.
Just be an inspiration for other people. Don't let chemo get in your way. Don't let cancer get in your way. Despite how big it is, just gotta power through it.
Matt missed the final game of the year last season when Lee lost in the CCS semifinals. Now healthy and strong, Matt is a huge part of the Longhorns' success and ready to finish his entire season this year.
I've never met a happier and positive young man like Matt. The way he uplifts everyone around him, not letting anyone get down through his diagnosis, was beyond inspirational. Now, he's back, stronger than ever, and off to a great start in his junior season. A hot matchup on a hot night and some hot cookies waiting for one team tonight. 3-1 Pittsburgh looks to hand Los Gatos their first loss of the season tonight, coming into the game at 4-0. If the Pirates are going to get it done, it's with senior running back Jamar Searcy, lethal on the ground, averaging 141 rushing yards per game and 7 touchdowns through 4 games. The Cats have a lethal weapon of their own, except it's through the air. It's wide receiver Max Thomas. The junior seems to make a quarterback's life easy, averaging nearly 80 yards receiving per game. I'll tell you what, folks, if this game is as quality as the tri-tip sandwiches here in Pitt, we're in for a good one. It's our Crumble Cookies Game of the Week.
The legendary Pittsburgh marching band getting us ready to rumble, and rumble we do. Los Gatos defense proves stout early and often. Jake Gerber and Zach Odopel all over that swing route, stalling the Pirates' drive. Cats put together a strong drive. Grayson Doslak running defenders over, juking left and right for a big-time pickup. It is fumbled, but Los Gatos maintains possession that would lead to a 1-yard rushing touchdown. Cats lead 7-0. Los Gatos marches down the field yet again into the second quarter, and Gerber drills the 27-yarder. It's 10-0 Cats with 5 minutes to go before the half. But Pitt rallies right before the half. Marley Alcantara gives to Jamar Searcy up the middle and stretching across the goal line, touchdown. Pirates trail by 3 with just seconds to go before the half. LG looking for one more, but Pittsburgh Truly Bell intercepts it out of nowhere and adding some yardage, setting up his offense into plus territory. Alcantara says, "I got you, Truly." He connects with Searcy, and the senior trucking through tacklers, 1, 2, more of them, and barreling into the end zone. The Pirates take the lead 14-10 into the half. Pitt looking to bring their momentum into the second half, but Wildcats Henry Masters with a textbook punch out, and LG falls on it, getting the ball deep in Pirate territory. LG capitalizes on the turnover. Callum Schweitzer dumps it to Bo Musser on the wide receiver tunnel screen, and you can kiss that junior goodbye. 37 yards to the house and taking the lead right back 17-14. But Pitt will answer. Alcantara flashes the play action and drops an absolute dime to RJ Mosley like it's too easy. With 4 minutes left in the third, Pitt leads 21-17. Start of the fourth now, and in case that last Mosley tutty wasn't enough for you, Alcantara and Mosley connect again, extending the Pirate lead to 10. LG not quitting though, marching down the field, and Gerber nails a 34-yard field goal, cutting the deficit to just a 1-score game. But Pitt puts the nail in the coffin. Alcantara showing off the arm strength, putting this one on a rope to Makari Kenyon for the score. What a game. Pittsburgh handing Los Gatos their first loss of the season. Here's Alcantara after the game.
And I can't thank nothing but my O-line. You know, they were protecting me. Big B right here, you know what I'm saying? Hey, they had my back and I had their back.
In Pittsburgh with the Crumble Cookies Game of the Week, I'm Tyler Pflibsen, 49ers Cal High Sports.